Good afternoon, everyone. This is Eli with AskEliAnything, and today I come with you with an iPhone 10 review. I know it's been a minute since my last video. I apologize to everyone that's been waiting, but I come to you with an iPhone 10 review. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I really love this phone, so it's a little hard for me to critique it, but I'm going to give you an honest review. Everything that I like about the phone, everything that I could do without. I don't hate the phone. I really love this phone, but it's going to be hard for me to critique it. But I promise you, I'm being honest. I'm telling you just what I experienced, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy it, like it, share it, subscribe to my channel, and watch it multiple times if you need to. I'm going to go through some things that, I'm pretty sure people have questions about, so I'm here to answer these questions. First things first, Face ID and the FaceTime camera. It's amazing. Face ID is totally amazing. I love it. For the couple of days that I've had the phone, I've only had to reset my face once. And the reason of me doing that is because I felt that it didn't get an accurate reading the first time because I had my glasses on. So I took my glasses off. This was 2 days after me getting the phone. I took my glasses off, redid my Face ID. I haven't done it again, and it works flawlessly. That's about the only gimmick that I find with Face ID. So if you wear glasses, I would recommend that you set up Face ID with your glasses off. That's the only thing. But other than that, I love Face ID. Now the FaceTime camera, I like it. The whole portrait mode, I love it. I like it. I took a couple pictures in the gym. You can see the sweat going down my face and everything. It was amazing. I was like, wow, this is a really cool camera. Like, I came from a 6S to an iPhone 10. So if you can understand my excitement, thank you. If you can't, try. Like, it's very, very exciting. And Face ID is so easy. Literally, you pick up the phone, recognize your face, you're in there. Now, since I have to be honest, it's a 98% chance that it's going to work. That 2% chance, probably it didn't get to your face in time, so it might prompt you to do it again. And one thing that I found is you have to lay the phone back down flat and pick it back up again for it to recognize your face, for it to basically reset and say, okay, it's ready to read another face again. And I mean, I'm okay with that. If you paid for the phone, if you paid $1,000 for this phone, there's a lot of things that you're just going to deal with, but you're still going to love it at the same time. And that's where I'm at with this phone. I really like it. Like I said, Face ID, I don't have anything bad to say against it. Just your first time around when you're setting up your Face ID, do it without your glasses on. See, I'm a nerd. I have glasses, so I didn't know. I was just so excited. So I did my Face ID, rotated my face and everything, and I was just like, wow, that was fast. But that's my only recommendation when it comes to Face ID and setting it up. Take your glasses off, take your makeup off, and whatever you do, have your bare face ready for your first Face ID, and then after that, it's gonna work like a charm. That's my recommendation. The FaceTime camera, it's clear. I took a selfie on Snapchat the other day, and one of my friends was like, "Whoa, I see like the ant on the pavement." Maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but that's the imagination that you should use to compare on how clear it is. It's really clear. Like it's really clear. Like there's no comparison. But let me not be biased, but I really love this phone. It's a high-end phone, and you're gonna get high-end features at the end of the day. Point blank period. You're going to get high-end features, and the True Depth camera system is one of those high-end features that you paid for. Seriously. So now this is how quick Face ID is. I tap the phone, it recognizes my face, and bam. No home button. It's not that big of a deal, people. People are really blowing this no home button out of proportion. People are really blowing this phone and its new, great, amazing features out of proportion. They're trying to make something good, bad. But I see where they're coming from. but it's not that bad. Like I said, I'm a normal consumer. I'm a normal user. I do things normal. I like the features that the phone has, but I mean, not too many times am I gonna go and record in 4K or like, oh man, I'm not getting to the home screen fast enough. I really wish there was a button. I'm not that type of person to complain about that. Like, it's really not that big of an issue, guys. No home button, slide up from the bottom. If you would like, you can go inside your settings, inside accessibility, and make that virtual home button. It's noticeable on your screen at the end of the day. It's going to take up a little portion of your, not even a little portion, a little dot on your screen. But why do that when all you have to do is slide from the bottom? I tested it out. I didn't like that. I didn't like it one bit. So I took it off. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal, guy. People are blowing the features, the great, amazing features. They're just making them bad, blowing it out of proportion, and people are feeding into it. And I'm here to tell you that it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. No home button is really not that big of a deal. You tap the phone, it comes on, your Face ID recognizes your face, you slide up from the bottom. It's the equivalent of having a home button if you had an iPhone 8 or older. Open an app, swipe up from the bottom. Open an app, swipe up from the bottom to return to the home screen. It's really not that big of a deal, guys. Up next, the rear facing camera. Like I said, I don't take pictures like that like very often, but when I do, I want to make sure that I'm up to par with everyone else. And with the iPhone 10, I get that. I honestly get that. I went on a plane ride, a private plane ride the other day, and I took a picture, and it was amazing. Like, it was amazing. I took a video at night in the plane, and the video looked amazing. Like, it looked like it's coming through my eyes and not a camera. It was amazing. Like, it was amazing. The camera is really nice. It's I take pictures outside. It does its focus thing. It does a lot. Like I said, I don't take pictures and videos too often, but when I take a picture from this phone, you can see the detail. And I noticed because I have pictures from my 6S imported onto my iCloud photo library, and when it imports those photos, I see the pixelation difference between the 6S and the iPhone 10. Any pictures that I took on this iPhone 10, they're that much clearer than they are with looking at the pictures that I took with my iPhone 6S. That might have something to do with the screen and all that, but how you're just looking at it, and it might take in that picture different than it would on the iPhone 6S screen. Never mind that. I'm here to talk about the camera. The camera is it's a good camera. It's not 16 megapixels, it's not 24 megapixels. It's a great or perfect, dang near perfect 12 megapixel camera. I haven't done too much with the augmented reality, but I'm just here to say taking a normal photo with that camera, you will be amazed upon what comes out, what you see after you take that photo. Like I said, I like the camera. I recommend if you're looking for a phone that's gonna take a great photo for you on vacation, phone that can go underwater with you while you're on vacation, take great photos of you kicking sand in the air, you splashing water everywhere, you dancing at night. It's amazing. You won't need the flash. If there's ambient lighting, if there's access lighting from somewhere at nighttime, you won't need it. The camera is amazing. I recommend you just go in the store, and any store that carries the iPhone 10, and just take a picture. You know they don't say anything to you anyway. Just go in there and take a picture, selfie and a picture of the store, and just you'd be like, wow, I can see the sweat of that guy that's like 100 feet away in the store. That's how good it is. I'm not hyping it up. It's really good camera. Up next, the OLED screen. Pretty sure you guys have heard the rumors, screen burn-in this, don't turn your brightness up to that, don't turn your brightness up and leave a picture on for too long. Make sure you turn your auto lock on so it can automatically dim your phone. I read a couple articles, and all I suggest is that you do what they say. The past with OLED screens, they burn out. They tend to get impressions left in them. And trust me, you don't want that with your phone. I wouldn't want that with my phone. Then you got to go through your insurance provider, whether it's Apple Care or through your carrier. Say, hey, this is a manufacturer defect. I need a new phone. I need it to be fixed, or something needs to happen. So, in all honesty, just do what everyone's saying online. Turn your brightness down. If you do turn your brightness up to show off somebody, be like, hey, my screen is beautiful. Do it for like 2 minutes, then turn it back down because you don't want that image or that impression left on your screen. And it's gonna really suck when it does. But as far as the screen goes, period, I love the screen. Like it's it's dense with its pixels. I really like it. When you zoom in and out of pictures that you've taken on the phone, it doesn't seem too distorted. So that's a pretty cool feature to me. Feature to me. Sorry about that. But I really liked it. I turned the brightness up. I play with it like every now and then. I'm like, oh man, I wonder if this would really happen. But that's me. Don't be me. But be me in the sense that, hey, take care of your phone, turn your brightness down, and make sure you make this phone last without paying that deductible of getting another phone, because nobody wants that, honestly. So, last but not least, the gestures that Apple has introduced for the iPhone 10. I personally don't mind them. I don't mind the gestures at all. I don't know what people have against learning something new. It's like people are afraid to learn something new. Me, I'm not. I'm not afraid to learn something new. If it's there to help or there for the use of the phone, you have to learn it regardless. Like it makes me laugh, but I'm not here to laugh. I'm not here to down anybody about their learning experience, but I'm just here to give a review. But I like it. It's cool. It's new. It's fun. I dislike a couple things as far as holding when you do the gesture to to see your all the apps that are running. You can't just simply swipe up to dismiss the apps you don't want running anymore. You have to hold down on the app just for it to get a red dot on the side. Then you can slide up. I don't personally like that, but I have to get used to it because I have the phone. And if I want to quit an app, that's just what I have to do. And I mean, you can only complain for so long. Like I said, I just bought the phone. I like it and I use it, and I need to make sure that I'm using it correctly. But it's cool. I like it. Some of the gestures, it just takes some getting used to. And then your mind, I guess my mind plays a little tricks on me where I just always swipe up from the bottom. I'm always going home. And to me it gets annoying, but I like the phone overall. That's all that matters. So if you like the phone overall, that's all that should matter. You're going to learn anything that phone has to teach you. That's it. That's just it. But yeah, the new gestures, they aren't that bad. It's a lot of familiarity with it. You have to be, if it's your first iPhone, just because you bought it because it was all screen, it's going to take you a minute. But if you're familiar with the whole Apple line, if you're just familiar with the phone regardless, you'll be fine. It's really not too much to learn. Double clicking the home button when you want to access Apple Pay, to me, that's easier than trying to find some way to do it on any other phone that has the home button. Um, what other, taking a screenshot, same concept, two different buttons. Instead of using the power and the home button, you use the power and the volume up button. Powering off, I had a hard time coming to grips with that one because before the phone came out, I didn't I didn't I didn't see any article on how to turn it off besides going into the settings. I was like, so what if the phone freezes? Not to say it will, but sometimes stuff does happen. It's a computer at the end of the day, and it just might freeze. So how do I do a button shutdown? How do I use the buttons to shut the phone down? So you just have to hold the power button and either or of the volume up and volume down, to reach the power off menu. In the future, I would like to see an update to where the holding of the power button and the volume up turns the phone off, and the holding of the power button and the volume down button does something else. There's no use to having the same combination. It's like to me, it's a waste of a button. To some people, it might be a little bit different. Um, but that's just how I feel. That's how I feel. So closing down open apps. It's not the easiest of gestures, but it's not the hardest. Once you do it once, you'll get the hang of it. You let Face ID recognize your face. If you're locked outside of the phone, easy as pie. Then you have to do this little gesture from the bottom, like an upside down L. You hold down the app. You can either swipe up or you press the little red dot, whichever one is your preference. I wish they would bring back the old feature, but I mean, hey, it's a new phone. You learn new things. As simple as that. But it could take some getting used to. It just depends on the person or whatever the case may be. But personally, I like the feature. So you could quit the app and return to your home screen, no problem. The gestures are something new to learn. They're going to be a learning experience. They're going to be a fun learning experience. And once you get all those gestures down packed, there's just nothing you can't do with your phone. I really recommend, if anybody's still waiting to get theirs, if whatever you're waiting on or whatever you're trying to decide upon to get this phone, drop it. Just get the phone. Just do it. Like, really, just go ahead and do it. Just buy the phone, use it. If you don't like it, I mean, you could check out, see what person, whoever you bought it from, has a return policy, but I doubt there is one. But you will enjoy the phone. Learning is just gonna be there. You're gonna have to learn how to use the phone in its full capacity, point blank period. Thank you, amazing people, for watching this video. This was my review of the iPhone 10. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you really enjoyed it. Like I said, this is coming from a normal consumer. I don't go out the way and do anything extravagant with my phone. If you just want to hear it from a normal person, I'm your normal person. Like I told you, I don't go out the way to do anything extravagant like, oh man, I can't wait to go off a cliff with my phone. That's not me. I honestly wouldn't do that. I'm afraid of heights, and I'm 6'3", and I'm afraid of heights, and I wouldn't catch myself off no cliff trying to record just to see how good the camera quality is. If that's what you're looking for, that's not me. I want you to subscribe to this channel, but that's not me. If you, like I said, if you like the video, please share, like, thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe. If you're like, oh man, this guy's so normal, he's so upfront with it that he likes the phone so much, he won't even tell you anything extravagant. He wants you to go out and do it yourself. That's me. I'll tell you to do that. Like, there's only so much I could say before you make up your mind and say, hey, I really want to get this phone. Like I said, the iPhone 10, if there's a contender out there, then it just has a contender. But I really like the phone. I'm pretty sure there's some phones out there that could probably match up with this phone. But if you're an Apple fan, go ahead. If you want all Apple products, this is your next upgrade. You're finally eligible for a phone upgrade. Go ahead and get this phone. Like I said, I really enjoy it. There's not much I can say. I will be doing another iPhone review video later on. I just don't know when. And I want to come back with some more features that I've discovered and some other things. But on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and YouTube, Ask Eli Anything, at Ask Eli Anything. You can go on all those social media handles and type my name in, and please follow and share and repost. I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. And please, and thank you. This is Eli with Ask Eli Anything, signing out. Thank you.